I do that a lot.
What's
Sit
that?
at the table and
Get served tea.
get served tea and brush it.
Yeah, it's the cat.
Yeah. So you saw how successful the bird feeders were. The first time, actually, or it is the first time. Dawn has no clue where I'm going with this.
No, I'm not.
We've
Ad-lib.
got 5 goldfinches.
Yeah.
Now, previously, when did we take the bird feeders down? October. It was before we had the cats, so I think October-ish.
What, this year?
No, last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
I can't remember actually.
But when we took
Might
the
have even
bird...
been the beginning of the year when we started letting the cats out.
Oh, it might have
I
been.
think that was when we decided we'd...
take them down.
It was probably a better idea to take them down, wasn't it?
But for the first time, we've got 5 goldfinches, and they seem to be hanging around. Last year we had a couple, and they'd come and they'd have a quick feed and disappear. This year they've just sat on the sunflower seeds and eaten them all, haven't they?
Yeah, when you open the door, you probably get maybe 15 different birds scatter
15, 20.
as the door gets opened.
Yeah, and the cats, so far, touching wood, haven't made
haven't
lunch.
had any.
No, they sit and watch,
Yeah,
but
they do like
they're
to
not
watch.
interested. At the moment, we're indoors because we're in the middle of yet another storm. It's not a named storm, this one. It's just
No, they're just swaying
windy
out there. It's not too bad. It was forecast from 3 a.m. this morning until 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's not been too bad.
No, so I grabbed the camera, went out to show you the contrast of the birds, and it was nice. And I grabbed the camera, I went out because it was really windy and it stopped, so I just come back in
and
again.
And it was raining, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was raining, windy, the trees were
Yeah.
bending and everything stopped.
And then the sun came out.
Yeah, it did. So I came in and we've been here since.
Yeah.
So we've been sat chatting about this video.
Yeah.
And for the last half an hour,
Yeah.
complete transparency, maybe an hour actually, we've been, well, that camera and this and that looks
Where should we
nice
put
with
that?
the Christmas tree, and we got the advent calendar behind.
We
And
didn't want you to have to stare at our cooker.
no. And the living room, although it's lovely because it's got the decorations up, there's the plaster missing, and it does. Dawn said it looks grim. It does look grim.
It does look grim.
We're under no illusion. We don't have, rose tinted specs.
We love the house to bits, but we know it needs a lot of work.
Yeah, so we thought we'd save you that. So you've got this.
Yeah, nice.
This is
nice
our
little
view.
corner, kitchen corner.
But this video is about. Go on, hotspot.
What's
this video about?
I don't know. Every time the camera goes, my mind goes blank. I have all these lovely ideas, and then the camera turns on, and I go blank.
It's it's nearly.
It's the end of the year. Obviously, it's Christmas in 4 days.
4 days, I think.
4 days, and basically, it's just
4 days.
Yeah, 4 days. It's just to say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And thanks ever so much for being here, really.
It's the thank you, isn't it?
Yeah, that was
the
main part of it. Just to say we fully realise we haven't done a whole lot of renovation
in the last 6 months, really.
In comparison to the same time last year, it was full on.
Oh, it was.
And this year, I think we came to the end of the 12-month time lapse, didn't we?
Yeah, that was the
end
of June.
It had been absolutely manic.
Non-stop.
Yeah, and we came to the end of the time lapse at the end of June, and then we had big plans, didn't we, for all of the stuff that we were going to do this year.
Yeah.
And we had a good 4 weeks because Lucas was going to Canada, so we had a good 4 weeks, and we were going to knock out the kitchen fireplace.
Yeah, fireplace was coming out.
All the windows, externally, internally, we're going to get sanded, wood hardened, filled, painted.
We'd hoped we might have been able to take some of the concrete render off the front of the house, get the front door Well, we were doing the front door.
Yeah, we was, yeah. We started at the beginning of Lucas going. I think we've got about 2 days into
Yeah,
doing
I think
the door.
we had. We started doing the door, and then my dad fell ill.
Yeah,
So it was that week with the door, and the video made it look nice. That week was about getting the front door on and secure for me going.
yeah.
Carry on.
I did say to Ben, I can do this bit if you want. But, so Ben went off to England, and as you will know if you've been watching us all this time, his dad wasn't expected to go downhill like he did.
No.
He'd just had a fall. He'd had Alzheimer's for a long time, but he'd been healthy, really, perfectly fine, healthy.
He was
other than having
fine.
Alzheimer's, and he was 89.
88.
Yeah. So it was quite a shock. So if you've been watching, you will know that we've had that happen.
What was that? End of July, wasn't it?
Yeah, end of July. And Ben's dad held on until his birthday on the 12th of August, didn't he? To get his cards. That's what you said, wasn't it? He was hanging on
That's
to get his cards.
That's all he was waiting for,
yeah.
just for his cards.
So I think that was on a Monday. And then on the Friday, Ben's cousin, Mark...
He died?
He died of cancer. He'd been poorly, not for that long at all, really.
No.
Not 100% sure of the timings, but it was probably only a couple of weeks later. And if you ever read our comments on our videos and see our channel members' names going up on the screen, our first member was Carol, and she wasn't just a member, was she? She was a family friend, your mum's friend, been your mum's friend for years.
Carol was the lady who sent... You'll see her name, it still comes up at the end.
Lovely lady, yeah. She sent us the Zebo.
That's the one.
To do this stove in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And she suddenly died as well.
Yeah, she
probably, I don't know how long after.
Died.
Your dad.
Well, it was my dad.
Weeks.
It was Mark.
The funeral
My
director.
mum had a stroke.
And I thought your mum had the stroke after Carol. I can't remember the timings.
I can't remember actually.
But yeah, then Ben's mum had a stroke as well.
Yeah.
It was all in the space of a couple of months, really. So we went from massive load of plans of all of the things that we were going to get done. Oh, and the ceilings in the bedrooms, we were going to do all of those.
Yeah, not finish them, but do the next step on them.
To get rid of the temporary part.
Yeah.
So we had massive plans, and as life sometimes goes, and it seems to keep on rolling with all of that kind of stuff. So we haven't really done nearly as much as we hoped we would do.
No, we did the time lapse. That was the end of the June, and then July started, and then once the end of July came,
it all kind of went up in the air. So Ben's been back and forward. Well, you was in England, came back. We all went.
Yeah.
We came back. You went again recently.
Oh yeah, just been over.
Yeah. So basically, we just wanted to say, if you've stuck around throughout of this without us really doing much in the way of huge renovations.
Yeah, there's nothing big.
No, and we've been fairly upfront with the fact that we don't have a whole lot of money, so that obviously influences what we can and can't do. We can't...
You say we don't have a whole lot. We actually don't have any.
No, we don't. But it doesn't matter.
But this is where it's so important for us to thank you, because YouTube and you watching the adverts and the bits and pieces, actually YouTube pay us enough so we can live really.
Yeah.
That's what YouTube currently covers for us. It's the shopping, it's the diesel.
Yeah, we don't struggle with our everyday normal bills. YouTube does that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't provide enough to...
Buy no end of building materials and this, that and the other.
We sometimes feel like the poor relations
Yeah.
when we watch other YouTubers, and especially Irish renovations even more so, because we didn't go for the grant. So we can't buy lots of materials in bulk and do fantastic things. We just can't do that. So even more so, we thank you if you are still here.
Yeah, for still being
being around.
Because really, since our electric went on and we paid for that, which was December the 8th last year, we've been winging it.
Yeah, we have. We've been winging it from the very beginning.
Yeah,
but
when we first came, obviously we did come with some money. We didn't come with no money.
No.
And we put some money into a local building company, and that money sat there. So we bought joists and insulation and flue liner and bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's done a lot.
It has done a lot. And that last little bit of money was when we bought the insert stove for the living room. That then put that balance at zero. So up until that point, we were all right. And now it's now.
Yeah, and now it's nearly Christmas.
Yeah.
And the last couple of weeks we've been not so well. So we kind of thought, you know what? For the last couple of weeks of the year, we're going to just concentrate on buying Christmas presents for family, kids, do the food, have a nice Christmas.
Yeah.
So we're sorry, there's no renovation in this one either.
No, there really isn't any renovation in this one. I got back up on the ladder again, and I've already put it in some of the comments. I got back up and I tried again, and the gutter was still leaking. So then the next move was going to be to put a gutter within the gutter. So I did that, and that gutter's a little bit big, and that didn't work. So, but
we sort of given up for the year at the moment. Yeah. Next year we've not given up on it completely though. We can't wait.
Yeah,
for next year.
And at the beginning of the year, we sat and as well as sorting camera angles and things, we've chatted about what videos we can do. We're going to do this video, and then there'll be one next week. It's all right. So we got a video next Sunday, and then the following Sunday is going to be what we've got planned for the beginning of 2025. I'm not sure what date that puts us up to. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the 5th of January is a Sunday. So that will be what we intend on doing at the beginning of the year and once spring comes. We've already said about we wanted to open the fireplace up in the kitchen. That'll make such a difference to how the kitchen looks and feels. We still don't have a range for it.
No, but we're getting there, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we keep an eye on them on like Facebook Marketplace, Done Deal, which is over here.
You're always looking.
Yeah, I've got alerts on stuff, so I see them come up. But we're getting there. But until really we get that open, we have nowhere to put it. Or we do, but we got a stove there, so it makes more sense to have it open before we then get arranged to go in there.
It's easier to move the small stove out the way, open the fireplace up, put the stove into the fireplace, than it is to have a range there and move a range out. We're also getting a range with a back boiler, so that's going to eventually heat the water, heat the radiators. It doesn't solve the water issue outside, but it will get rid of that gas water heater, which has been giving us issues since we got here, really. Yeah, that's our fourth.
Yeah, intermittent. It's been a bit.
Yeah,
but it's served us all right for what it is, hasn't it?
It's got us through.
It's not permanent, so
no. So that's one of the things, and we'll be able to take you through how we think we're going to do it and what we think
might work.
Yeah. with the it looks like concrete, and we thought it was block, but it isn't on the face of it.
Oh,
but
on
we'll take you through that.
Yeah.
And we've got we did Lucas's bedroom ceiling on that next step we just said about, with the breathable membrane and extending the rafters and things to make them deeper. And I did say when I showed you that in a previous video, we will show you the whole process, which we will. So that's going to be done. But anyway, that's the 5th. I think it's
don't
the 5th.
ruin.
No, sorry.
Don't ruin.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, this video is not justifying why
we haven't really
done much in the last 6 months.
or we haven't done anything huge.
No.
We've done more than we realised when we look back over the
Yeah,
videos.
I think we have.
It feels like we've gotten stuck.
Yeah.
This last part of the year.
But
But yeah, it is just to
yeah.
that we appreciate that you're still here.
But also with the grant, you see, it does give us the privilege, or with not having the grant, it does give us the privilege of being able to, for life to go upside down as it did.
This is it, yeah. Yeah, so it is sometimes it's more of a blessing, or it has been for us.
Yeah,
anyway.
you think 5 months of the way our world turned upside down, and we can just go, it doesn't matter, we can do it, we can deal with it. Whereas if we'd had the grant, yes, it probably would have meant we had a lot more money than we actually did, but we would have had to keep going and keep going. We wouldn't have been able to stop because of that deadline. So yeah. So it's a thank you. We know some of our channel members, they've had losses this year in their family.
Yeah, gone again. Yeah, we didn't know if this was a good idea doing this video, but we kind of thought it was.
Some days are all right.
Yeah, we just thought it was important, not like you say to justify why we haven't done anything, but there's good reasons why we haven't done as much as we'd like to have done.
No.
This year has been an anus. Horriblous. Horrible anus.
Cut.
But we'll get there. And I think everybody who is watching this and has got this far in the video and is still watching this.
Yeah, because we do waffle.
We do waffle. We just chat.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah.
Lots of people have commented and said it feels like you've just come round.
Yeah.
We want you to feel, I was going to say like you know us. We haven't really told you much about us in 18 months, but we do hope that you feel that we're talking to you, because we are talking to you. We could name the people really quickly of who's been here from the beginning. I won't, in case I miss anybody out. But
don't want to offend.
No, but we could, and all of the people who comment every week. So we know that you believe in us, and you know we'll get there in the end. And lots of you say it's not a race, and it's thankfully it's not, because we would have lost.
Yeah, we would.
Long ago.
Yeah, we'd have been still sat at the start line, I think.
Yeah, we would.
We might have got halfway.
We might have had a joist or two out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what this video is. It's an end of year video before the one
end of year musings.
Oh, I like it.
And a Merry Christmas in as well.
Yeah, in there too. So yeah, you'll see this video, and then we got one next Sunday.
Yeah, which we think's around the 29th.
I'm going out on a limb and saying the 29th.
I think it might be.
And then we will be back in the new year. So again, thank you. We can't really say thank you enough.
I think we should turn the camera off now.
I think we should go.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for just being there, and especially when Ben's dad was poorly, the amount of messages and the support, and your own stories as well of losing family members.
Yeah.
Just just thanks, really, from all of us
Yeah.
and from Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you, and we'll see you, or you kind of see us in some way, shape, or form
Yeah.
next week.
Next Sunday.
We hope you have
A
a
lovely
fantastic
Christmas.
Christmas,
Yeah.
yeah. And we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
I don't know. We did a lot of waffling.